NCWLIFE Channel Sports is proud to bring you the following presentation.
In easily to score is Byer. Schooler comes out right behind him.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Abby's Pizza, Biosports Physical Therapy, Clean Connection, Coldwell Banker Cascade, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, and Together for Youth. Now, live coverage of high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
Go, go, go! Hello, everybody. Welcome to beautiful sunny Wenatchee, Washington for today's encounter between the Moses Lake Mavericks and the Wenatchee Panthers. Hi again, I'm Sebastian Moraga. Alongside me, as always, is our soccer expert, Matt Wisen. And Matt, plenty to play for here. Wenatchee trying to solidify a lock on one of those two spots in the Big Nine, and Moses Lake trying to get a hold of that play-in spot.
Yeah, after Eastmont lost last week, it's everything got really congested, and now we got basically three teams: Davis, Wenatchee, Eastmont, all vying for that top spot. Davis, Wenatchee play each other this coming Friday, or Davis and Eastmont, I'm sorry. And Wenatchee obviously has to win out as well. And Moses Lake trying to do the play-in thing. So it's all kinds of stuff to play for tonight. Wenatchee didn't show so well at Moses Lake last time, so Moses Lake clipped Wenatchee at Moses Lake.
And Lions Field, that's right.
Wenatchee trying to get a little bit of payback, trying to keep that three-game win streak going. Moses Lake trying to keep their confidence up against Wenatchee.
Absolutely. Lots to play for. When we come back, we'll talk more with the coaches, Miguel Segura for Moses Lake and Dennis Johnson for Wenatchee. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, a lot more here on NCWLIFE Channel. Don't go away.
It's barbecue chicken pizza season. That means break out the patio furniture, dust off those jorts, pick up an Abby's Pizza, and head to your favorite outdoor spot. I mean, hey, the great outdoors isn't going to enjoy itself, right? Blue skies and pizza go together like, well, barbecue chicken and pizza. That's why it's time to enjoy an Abby's original barbecue chicken pizza at a very special price. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition.
Hi, my car's making a funny noise.
Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE Master Techs and well-versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you all set.
These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spare is flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop.
Welcome back to the Apple Bowl. Next to us is the head coach of the Wenatchee Panthers, Dennis Johnson. Coach Johnson, always a pleasure, sir. And looks like this team has got its groove back a little bit. 3 wins in a row. The holding on to at least a toehold on first place. But how's the team feeling?
They're feeling really well. You know, it was an eye-opener against Eastmont, and we had a lot of sit-down chats about what we needed to do to finish out the season, and we still had control. And we got a little help from Sunnyside the other night. Puts a little pressure on them, but the pressure's still on us. We know we got beat by the next 2 opponents, so we're looking forward to tonight.
That's one of the things that our soccer expert Matt Wisen was talking about. Moses Lake got the better of you over at Lions Field. That, I'm sure, is in the memory of some of your players, no?
Yeah, it was an interesting match. We gave up handball in the 6 minutes and a player off, played with 10 the rest of the way, and we're still able to get 3 goals in, but couldn't get that game winner in regulation, and then they got us some PKs.
All right. How is the injury bug treating you guys today?
We're healthy, completely. It'll be an interesting night, starting all 11 seniors on the pitch tonight. So then we'll bring in the freshmen and the reserve troops going forward, but we're going to give the seniors a run out and see how they do.
All right. Last but not least, what does Moses Lake bring to the table? They're still having some hope, no?
They are a much disciplined defensive team looking to counter using the 2 or 3 players. They have speed. They have very good holding midfielder and Jackson Mose. Very impressive young man. He's a junior, and if we don't play through him, he will stop everything we have in the attack.
All right, thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure. That was Coach Dennis Stronson. When we come back, Coach Segura for the Moses Lake Mavericks. Don't go away.
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCWLIFE Channel.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? Open up a world of possibilities when you sell your home and make those dreams real. At ColdwellBanker.com, you can get an instant estimate on your home, compare cost of living city by city, and learn more about our revolutionary seller's assurance program. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams. At ColdwellBanker.com.
Welcome back to the Apple Bowl in Wenatchee. Next to us is the head coach. How are you, Coach? The head coach of the Moses Lake Mavericks, Miguel Segura. And Coach Segura, your team played Wenatchee really tough. What needs to happen today? You actually got the win against Wenatchee at Lions Field. What needs to happen today for you to walk away with 3 points?
The boys need to come out and play. These past couple games, they've kind of just like shut out, but they need to come out and play and actually show what they're capable of. We beat Wenatchee. They're like the top team,
yeah.
so.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, where Moses Lake stands on the standings, you still have a shot at the play-in, correctly? Correct. And what needs to happen after this game? Who do you have after this?
After this game, we have a bye, and then we go straight into playoffs.
Oh my goodness! So this is it. This is it's now or never.
Yeah.
It's now or never. Now, how are the boys feeling out there?
They're feeling good today. Yesterday we had an injury, but other than that, they're motivated.
Oronia. Then okay, Oronia. Well, yeah, we're gonna miss him today for sure. So it's gonna be an interesting one because you guys still have a lot to play for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, correct. Yeah, we're in 6th. These guys are tied with Eastmont, so it's out there. Everything can change in the standings. So
absolutely. That was the Coach Segura for the Moses Lake Mavericks. When we come back, the starting lineups, the keys to the game, and a whole lot more here on NCWLIFE Channel. Don't go away.
I had a seizure in the middle of the night, and they rushed me to the hospital and decided to induce labor to try to get the baby out. The outpouring of love and support I got from Confluence Health. My coworkers coming to the ICU to be with me. For me, it's the work family. It's just incredible to have support no matter what I'm going through in my personal life, my own health.
Welcome back to the Apple Bowl. We are almost ready to start getting ready to witness this contest between Mavericks and Panthers. Right now, the senior night festivities are taking place on the field with, I believe, is it 11 seniors, Matt Wisen?
11 seniors, correct.
11 seniors taking their rightful place, as it were, in the history books of the Wenatchee boys soccer program.
Yep, all 11 seniors get to start tonight, and obviously get a chance to thank their parents for supporting them through their soccer career up to now, and yeah.
Just a hunch. I think we have more than just parents.
There are siblings and
siblings,
extended families out there.
Absolutely, yeah. Some of them wearing their Wenatchee collars, showing some spirit, representing, as it were.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a big, big deal. Absolutely. Congratulations to all these fine, outstanding young peeps for their accomplishments throughout their athletic career here at Wenatchee High. One of the things that is worth mentioning before we start, Matt Wisen, is that we were talking about it a little while ago, that Moses Lake is no gimme. They have what it takes to give you trouble. They just have shown a very they've been consistently inconsistent. You don't know who you're going to encounter from one game to the next. They played Wenatchee tough. They got the W. They came to Eastmont. They had some good stretches, but they were basically overpowered by the Wildcats. Now, the team, the truth has to be somewhere in between. No, that this team does have what it takes to make a game out of this.
Yeah, consistency was the word I was going to say, and they have a few quality wins on their record.
Yeah.
Obviously, at home against Wenatchee is one of those, finding ways to win, but putting it together. I think I said it at Eastmont, where the team really never got off the bus, and we could see it in their warm-ups. What team are we going to get the next game?
Yeah,
kind of a thing. And watching them during their warm-ups today, I think Moses Lake's ready. I think we'll see more of a competitive game. With that said, Eastmont had lots of momentum going in that game, and once the faucet gets turned on, sometimes it's very difficult to shut that faucet off and stop that from happening.
Yeah. Now, one of the things that Coach Stronson said to us during the pregame was what a big wake-up call the game against Eastmont was. Mm-hmm. We, as broadcasters, sometimes we tend to harp a little too much on the snapping of the streak or the duration of a streak, but yeah, it is a matter of pride for the program that, yeah, our arch rival can't even come close to us, but it did happen. Eastmont got the better of Wenatchee that day, and ever since then, it's been a completely different Wenatchee team.
Yeah, well, that was their third loss in a row, that game against Eastmont. They had been reeling a little bit, but they had beaten Eastmont the previous 4+ years, including playoffs, and we're talking to a couple parents. They felt like their team was a little overconfident.
Oh.
And it definitely was a wake-up call. Since then, Wenatchee has gone on a win streak and has found ways to put things together. I think some of the wins had come a little easier than maybe they needed, and so they didn't have to really work out some of the bugs in the program that they've had to really focus on now.
Yeah, winning sometimes tends to mask whatever deficiencies your program might have that are not visible at first glance. If you keep on winning, sometimes you tend to say, well, we're winning, we're going to be okay. Yeah. But then when things don't go your way, that's when you start realizing, okay, we really got to work on this, we really got to fix these things.
Correct. And I haven't had a chance to talk to Coach Stronson too much, but it sounds like they have been working on some things.
Oh, yeah.
And some of the chemistry, some of the goals being scored are coming around, and that's evidence of such.
Absolutely. We're going to go with the starting lineups now. The starting lineups brought to you all season long by TC's Lingers. Let TC's Lingers save you time, money, and labor with their conveyor application. Call for your free estimate today. Number is 509-885-2269. That's 509-885-2269. TC's Lingers of Wenatchee, your landscape placement company. First, the visiting Moses Lake Mavericks, coached by Miguel Segura, assistant coaches Edgar Nava, Frankie Gallardo, Henry Garcia, Briar Knowles, and Greg Alvarado. On goal for the Mavericks, number 0, Grady Pagliarulo. Number 2, Daniel Ramirez. Number 3, David Martinez. Number 6, Jackson Mose. Number 9, Emmanuel Vasquez. Number 10, Joshua Zamora. Number 11, Oscar Garcia. Number 15, Kyle Wiltbank. Number 16, Miguel Mendoza. Number 18, Jonathan Cuevas. And number 20, Miguel Arreola. Those are the starters for the Moses Lake Mavericks. And now the starters for the hosts, the Wenatchee Panthers, coached by Dennis Stronson, assistants Ricardo Flores, Hector Solorio, and John Springer. Wenatchee will jump onto the pitch with a rather unusual look. Matt Wisen, it's senior night, so it will be all seniors. Excuse me. On goal, number 24, Yarvin Salazar. Number 3, Corin Collier. Number 4, Gabriel Mata. Number 5, Emmanuel Ocampo. Number 6, Ben Merchant. Number 7, Alex Sanchez. Number 8, Pierre Vega. Not Chani, the other one, right?
Here, correct.
Yeah.
Johnny is a freshman.
That's right. That's right. Number 10, Julian Reyes. Number 14, Callan Zumac. No disrespect to Pierre Vega by calling him the other one, not at all. Number 22, Bram Minders. And number 23, Pedro Vara Rocha. All right. We're now starting with the starting lineups on the PA announcing system. So this will give us an opportunity to share with you a couple of things. And this is, as an NCW live soccer broadcaster, this is basically Christmas and Thanksgiving and your birthday all piled up into one. There is a chance that the district championship for the Big Nine soccer will be Wenatchee against Eastmont or Eastmont against Wenatchee. So this side of the river or the other side of the river. How fantastic is that?
This is what we want.
Absolutely.
No disrespect to Moses Lake, being that they're in our broadcast range, but they don't have a chance to play for that title. Whereas,
but they still have a very good chance of making to the play-in.
Yes,
absolutely.
So you got basically the three teams: Davis, Wenatchee, Eastmont.
Yeah.
All vying for that. Yeah. It's going to come down to Friday night, most likely.
Yeah. So it's going to be. There's a good chance that there will be Wenatchee against Eastmont, or at Eastmont rather, perhaps, and we might have yet one more game to bring you here on NCWLIFE Channel. And now that Moses Lake is part of our coverage area, this is also kind of like an El Clasico of sort. You know, it's kind of like for instance in the old country. In Chile, we have Colo Colo and University of Chile. That was the big Clasico. But then we had University of Chile against the Catholic University. We also have a big Clasico as well. So there may be a tradition starting now that our good friends at the Blue Heron City are part of our audience.
Yeah, that's great. The more the merrier when we get into this, get into these rivalry games now, and that's great. It just grows the sport, the passion, and NCWLIFE's interest, the viewers.
Oh yeah, and and Moses Lake has such a great tradition. I mean, I remember talking to folks like Ed Aguilar about the history of this program. We're going to take a quick break. We'll tell you more about this after this because we're going to the national anthem now. This is NCWLIFE Channel. Don't go away.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine in style at Highlander Bar and Grill, located in East Wenatchee. Highlander Golf Course has added 2 state-of-the-art full-swing simulators. Food and drink service is available from our full-service bar and grill, offering breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Indoor and outdoor seating available. Call Shalane, our on-site coordinator, to schedule your special event.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35-plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether, we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? Open up a world of possibilities when you sell your home and make those dreams real. At ColdwellBanker.com, you can get an instant estimate on your home, compare cost of living city by city, and learn more about our revolutionary seller's assurance program. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams. At ColdwellBanker.com.
Hey man, how's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen's a good option for me. The risk of addiction, it's not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
Welcome back to the Apple Bowl. We had a rather sweet moment during the national anthem, folks. The first national anthem that was played was the national anthem of the Kingdom of the Netherlands. In honor, of course, of the homeland of Bram Minders, number 22 on your programs for the Wenatchee Panthers. And then after that, we had the Star Spangled Banner. So one thing that I absolutely loved is two things, actually. One, some of the Wenatchee players had their hands over their heart while the anthem of the Netherlands was playing to join in with Mr. Minders, who obviously had his hand over his heart. And a nice little ovation at the end, two of them, as a matter of fact, when the national anthem of the Netherlands was concluded. And once again, referencing the old country, you try to play a different national anthem than your own on an international contest, and you're going to get a lot of things, but an ovation at the end is not going to be one of them, that's for sure.
Yeah, good moment there.
Lovely moment.
For Mr. Minders. And you know, I'm sure we have lots of nationalities on this team, but they're all, other than Mr. Minders, who's over here on a temporary basis. And so, who will go back to his country after the school season is over. So.
And I've got to tell you, he's going to tell all his friends about how they played the national anthem of the Netherlands at a soccer game in Wenatchee, Washington.
And he gets a cap for this game, right?
Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? All right, folks, we're just about ready to start. The Wenatchee Panthers in black and the Moses Lake Mavericks in white. Moses Lake going from right to left on your screen, and Wenatchee doing their thing from left to right. Alrighty. Beautiful day.
Yeah, when's the last time? Short sleeves at 7:12 on a. We didn't get a single game last year, even through state playoffs. So we're freezing.
Not at all. No, that's right, because we were there in, what was it, Puyallup?
Yeah.
Puyallup. We were there following the Panthers, and we were all bundled up. Absolutely, yeah.
So this is the first time in a solid year where the fans have been able to hopefully stick throughout the whole game without a blanket and frostbite.
Yeah. We're going to kick this one off. Glad to have you with us. Moses Lake against Wenatchee. Wenatchee against Moses Lake. The players are waiting for the initial whistle. Referee checking this way, checking that way. Counting the number of players. Giving the old thumbs up to the right, the old thumbs up to the left. Looked at his watch, whistle on the mouth. And as the old senator used to say, esto comienza, señores. This is about to start. All right. We're going with Wenatchee with the ball. Ben Merchant moving the ball to Gabriel Mata. Mata crossing the center alley for Corin Collier. The long touch down the flank for Pedro Vararrocha. On the mark is Wilbank. Wilbank and Vararrocha. Vararrocha under some pressure now. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for the Panthers. 29 seconds into this one. Pivoting header. Defensive maneuver by Kyle Wilbank. Recovered by the Panthers. Miguel Mendoza. The long touch into Wenatchee territory. Unfortunately for him, no white jerseys were in the vicinity. Ball goes out of bounds. We're back in action now. Moses Lake moving the ball down the left side. Joshua Zamora a bit too long, and the goalkeeper, Mr. Salazar, getting the start here on senior night. Will take care of this goal kick with a minute and change having passed us by in this contest. Long kick upfield. Trying to control it was Vara Rocha. Rejected that time by Daniel Ramirez. Wenatchee trying to control the actions early on. The long touch upfield. Mata playing the reset button a little bit. Across midfield now. Zumac. Martinez. Julian Reyes. The touch into the box. He hits the deck. Referee says play on. The stop by Mr. Grady Pagliarulo. The header that time by Zumac. Mata. Long kick upfield. Keeping it in bounds was Minders. Touch to the back now for Mata. Across the center alley. Pierre Vega. Into the box. Not a major worry for Pagliarulo. Scoops it up. Surveys his territory. And sends it into the Wenatchee sky. Zamora. Touch back for Daniel Ramirez. Bit of a battle there. Recovered by the Panthers across midfield. Looking to find Merchant. First on it, however, is Daniel Martinez. Martinez and Oscar Garcia. Garcia down the flank trying to paint the stripe. Recovered nimbly by the back line of the Panthers. Doesn't last too long. Here comes Moses Lake once again. Bit of a charge there from behind. Foul called on Emmanuel Vasquez. It will be Wenatchee ball, and rather quickly the Panthers putting it back into play. It does not work in their favor this time as they're interrupted, it looked like, by Miguel Arreola. But Wenatchee recovers the ball quickly. A bit of a ping-pong match going on. Looking up. Top of the box, Julian Reyes on the sliding stop by Mr. Grady Pagliarulo.
BB got decked there pretty good coming through that. Let it play on. But
who's BB?
Oh, I'm sorry, Julian.
Thank you.
Yeah. Back into my coaching days here. And yeah.
That's right. You know most of these kids from way back, huh?
Yeah, a few more than others. Yeah. And I call him BB, and I've known him since grade school. And
Minders, right leg-footed shot. Ball goes out of bounds.
Coached his older brother and for just as long also. And so I apologize if I start throwing out some nicknames. But BB's a pretty common nickname for him, just like Johnny.
Johnny.
But, yeah, well, I'll try to stick with Julian because that's who our viewers know.
Long kick up the field, not a major worry. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Wenatchee ball. 4 minutes 43 into this contest. Ball goes, nope, it will whistle on the play. It will be Moses Lake ball, however. Let's see what the referee decrees. It will be, looks like a free kick. Apparently it looks
a little
like
shoulder in the back, I believe.
Okay.
Yep.
I thought it was dangerous play. I stand corrected. Mose looking for a header by Vasquez. Ball sails into the box where Mr. Salazar takes control. Salazar. There's been one substitution for Wenatchee already. It looks like number 11 for Wenatchee. That would be Jose Limon is in for Vara Rocha. Play continues. Reyes. Touch to the back. No, I stand corrected. It's still all the seniors playing. Into the box. Good opportunity. There is Vara Rocha. Reyes. Good maneuver. Minders finds himself into some trouble now. Zamora. Recovered by Ocampo. this all-senior lineup for Wenatchee. Starting the first few minutes of this game. Martinez for Moses Lake across the equator into Wenatchee territory. Not a major worry for Collier. Salazar, Zumac on the Marquez Garcia. Touch to the side, painting the stripe a little bit, interrupted by Martinez. Reyes, nice touch, Reyes. He's being grabbed, and there's the whistle that says Wenatchee will restart the action via this free kick. 7 minutes, 1 second into this first half of play. Sizable crowd here today, beautiful day, senior night. And with Wenatchee, like we said, hoping to solidify their grip on one of those two top spots in the Big Nine, and with Moses Lake trying to get a hold of berth on the playing game. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a corner kick, first corner kick of the game. And it benefits the Panthers. Oh, Pagliarulo with a bit of a slip, as a slippery pair of gloves on. The ball slips past his grasp, sails across the mouth of the goal, but it's stopped. Let's see what the referee has called. Was that an offside call, Matt Wisen?
No, I believe Wenatchee must have touched it and the ball went over the baseline.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Moses Lake on a throw-in. And here come two substitutions for Wenatchee, number 18 and number 9. So Mr. Minders and Mr. Bararrocha will indeed have a seat. And they will be replaced by Chani Vega and Anthony Garcia.
Foul throw, so Wenatchee gets this throw in. Looks like they're going to try and go down the sideline really quick.
The stop by Pagliarulo. A nice little ovation greeted Bararrocha and Minders when they returned to the bench. The header by Merchant. Looking to find Garcia. Garcia the shot and the stop by Mr. Pagliarulo for Moses Lake. 9 minutes, 15 seconds into this one. We're still tied at 0-0. Folks, I'd like to send a quick shout out to Mr. Luca Sanchez. He is here today with his dad, checking out the game, checking out the action, enjoying the sunshine, loading up on vitamin D, and just creating all sorts of kitty mayhem in his own understated way, it looks like. So, a tip of the cap to one of our youngest fans here in the audience today, Lucas Sanchez. Thank you for coming, bud. Right-footed shot. Pagliarulo dives, the stop, and with nerves of steel, that Wenatchee player tapped it in. 1-0 Panthers. It's 10 minutes, 18 seconds into this one. And Mr. Pagliarulo, who did a fine job stopping that early shot, could not contain the bounce. And Wenatchee gets ahead on the scoreboard.
Yeah, did you see if that was Mr. Garcia or if that was?
I thought it was
Mr. Merchant.
I thought it was Garcia myself, but I will have to double check. I did not want to call it for anybody because I was not certain.
Should have looked at the boots because I think he's the only one down there with super bright pink-ish boots. Instead of trying to find a number.
The PA announcer is telling us that it was Chani Vega with the goal. We're going to go with, and he's a member of the team, so he must know what he's talking about. A nice give and go into the box. The shot, and it sails just wide. I thought that Pagliarulo touched it, Matt Wisen. I may be mistaken, and apparently I am, because the referee has decreed it's a goal kick.
Yeah, it was close, but I didn't see a hand on the ball there. Just missed that back corner. I think if I remember the Eastmont-Wenatchee game right, Eastmont took advantage of Moses Lake's, the back line just not being compressed enough, and the splits were kind of wide, and so that's where a lot of their goals were generated, from the passing and the running angles through that back line.
And slaloming past some of that back line, we saw Mr. Garcia to touch up the field. Ball sails out of bounds. No, I stand corrected. That was Pierre Vega, not Chani, Pierre Vega. And ball goes out of bounds. There will be a substitution. It will be a Moses Lake substitution. Sitting down is Daniel Ramirez, being replaced by number 15, Wilbank, it looks like. Mr. Pagliarulo with a bit of trouble still, and now the flag is up. The flag is up. And let's see what's going on here.
The keeper didn't realize that.
Did he step over the line?
No. It was a foul on Wenatchee, and he thought the whistle was blown on him, but
okay.
It was in his favor.
Thank you for clarifying, Matt. A quick run down the right side now. Vasquez. Salazar to his center back. Now a long kick up the field for, it looked like Julian Reyes. Ball goes out of bounds, throwing for the Mavericks. Garcia, Oscar Garcia on the Marcus Merchant. Reyes back to Merchant. Garcia on the mark. Sneaks it past him. Miguel Mendoza trying to shake off Zumac. Trying again for Moses Lake was Martinez. Now it was Antonio Landeros. Quick run. Pagliarulo gets there first. Nice job not fouling there.
Yeah,
go. Yeah, absolutely. And here we go again. Into the box, the shot. I should say here they go again. Pagliarulo, quite busy, but so far responding, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, he's made some quality stops, and some of them not being that easy. That one we just saw coming out of the box, having to handle a high ball with your feet and clear it out.
Last year, I was very impressed with Pagliarulo, which made it so surprising that he had so much trouble against Eastmont. This is the kind of performance that I remembered back then from Pagliarulo. I've seen a couple of players slip. Is something up with the turf here, Matt Wisen?
I don't know. I've seen it too. Usually a little better footing.
It is senior night here at the Apple Bowl. There's Vasquez sent away to the throw-in by Emmanuel Ocampo. We're going to have another substitution, this time for Moses Lake. It looks like it will be number 18, Jonathan Cuevas, taking a seat, being replaced by number 2, Daniel Ramirez. Throw in. Shot across the top of the box, all the way to the other sideline. Bit too rich for Mr. Ramirez's blood. It will be a throw-in for Wenatchee. 15 minutes, 35 seconds. There's Landeros. Arreola, recovered by the Panthers. Reyes, the long ball, trying to anticipate Wildbank. Bit of a collision there. Whistle on the play. And Wildbank is being called on the foul. Now helping his opponent up. Love to see that always.
Yeah,
and it will be a... Go ahead, Matt.
A good move by Mr. Garcia to get Mr. Wildbank off his feet and get by, but just accidental contact there. got some legs crossed up.
It will be a free kick for the Panthers right at the 90 there, right on the angle of the 18-yard line. 3 on the wall. 16 minutes 32. Quick touch, top of the box. Not a major worry. Zamora on the defensive header. Over to chase it now is Arreola. Can't quite get there. Wenatchee recovers the first. Nice nimble touch that time. Right-footed shot low, and Mr. Paliarulo has to dive to his right. Will be a substitution coming up now for Moses Lake. Once again, it looks like. Yes, indeed. It will be number 11 taking a seat. That's Oscar Garcia. And in his stead, it will be number 4 for Moses Lake. That will be the artist currently known as Rodrigo Rivera. Landeros. Rejected. Recovered by Joshua Zamora. Across midfield. Landeros. Nice threading of Danilo into the box. The shot! Oh my goodness, that was a good combination between Landeros and that forward for Moses Lake. It looked like number 11 for the Mavericks. It looked like Garcia. I'm not entirely sure at the moment, but it was a good combination.
Yeah, very dangerous play there. And we saw a goal almost identical to that happen when Eastmont scored on Wenatchee a couple weeks back. Really similar play to that. The keeper comes out, doesn't make contact with the ball.
Reyes, touch to the back. Down the center alley. Back to Reyes. Merchant. Reyes. Right foot across. Wildbank with a bit of a hesitation there. The ball links past him. And before Mr. Sanchez can tap it in, the ball sails past him as well. It will be Wenatchee ball, okay. 18 minutes, 32 seconds. This moment of the game brought to you by Les Schwab. Les Schwab takes your safety seriously every time you stop by. Second corner kick of the game, both belonging to the Panthers. Right-footed shot, Wellbank on defense. Garcia and Landeros. Landeros back to Garcia. Yours, mine, yours. Tack, tack, tack. Long ball that time. Oh, nice job. Nice defensive effort. Shades of Elias Figueroa there by Callan Zumac. Rejected. A bit too long. They're looking for a foul. They say that they grabbed me. Referee says it will just be a goal kick for the Panthers. This moment of the game brought to you by Abby's Pizza. For more than 50 years, Abby's has proudly served the Northwest with toppings to the edge. 100% real cheese and freshly rolled dough. Make it an Abby's Pizza tonight. Oh, good header. Good anticipation that time. Into the box, goes Garcia. Goal, 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 goal! Anythony Garcia for the Wenatchee Panthers. 19 minutes, 49. Matt Wisen.
Fantastic job by Mr. Garcia to get the leverage on that defender and keep him on his back. You didn't have to outrun him at that point, as long as he kept him on his back. And then just wait for the keeper to show his hand and then play the ball. So good, calm, collected play.
In the 10th minute, it was 1-0. And now in the 20th minute, it's 2-0. Nice little bit of symmetry there for these Panthers, but Moses Lake has shown us, at least in a couple of games this year alone, that they can do some damage with some of their counterattacks. Dangerous play called by the referee. It will be Moses Lake ball. 20 minutes 40 into this one. This moment of the game brought to you by Biosports Physical Therapy, Aqua Therapy, Sports Biomechanics, Orthopedic Physical Therapy, Orthotics. All you need to keep moving. Find them online at biosports.net. Open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. Reyes. Quick give and go. Rejected by Moses Lake. Daniel Martinez. Wenatchee recovers across the center alley. Reyes. Mata. Shaking off Mendoza into the box, and Pagliarulo with the stop. 21 minutes 48 into this one. This moment of the game brought to you by Sangster Motors. Family owned and operated, home of the all-new electric Hummer pickup and SUV. There's a throw-in into the box. Garcia. On the mark now is Mose. Throw-in for the Panthers. Mose was marking Chani Vega that time. There's Landeros battling with Reyes. Bit of a header there. Stopped nimbly on defense by Mose. Landeros taken away by Merchant. Opening the game up. Garcia. Whistle on the play. Offside has been called. None of that will count. It will be Moses Lake ball. 23 minutes, 4 seconds into this first half of play. Wenatchee ahead of Moses Lake 2-0. Whistle on the play once again. It will be Joshua Zamora putting it back into play. He hurried a little too much for the referee's liking. He'll say, "You go when I say you go, sir." 23:34 on the clock. Salazar delivers the ball back. Substitution for Moses Lake. It looks like number 4 is in for the Mavericks. Having a seat now is number 10, Joshua Zamora. Number 4 is in. That would be Juan Rodrigo Rivera, getting a little more playing time. Top of the box. Mendoza. Martinez. Rivera. And Mr. Salazar. "24 minutes, 16 seconds, long ball that time. Mose on defense. Rivera. Can't quite get there, Mr. Ramirez. Substitution happening for Wenatchee. It will be number 12 entering the contest for the Panthers. That will be Noah Willett. And taking a seat is Mr. Alex Sanchez. Mata. Bit of a chipper there. Merchant. Can't quite catch up. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Moses Lake. Miguel Mendoza will take care of it, it looks like. No, he's going to yield to David Martinez. We're still waiting for this throw-in to take place. Chani Vega. Merchant, I beg your pardon. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Moses Lake ball.
I believe that's Wenatchee.
Yeah, they're going to give it to Wenatchee. We're going to go with the experts on this one. They're a sight closer than we are. Pivoting header that time. Not a surprise for Mr. Pagliarulo, but a good effort nonetheless by the Wenatchee Panthers. Here they come again. Reyes Good ball. Top of the box. Ocampo. And the stop by Paliarulo.
Just got that ball stuck under his foot. Couldn't quite get it out in front of him without giving it away.
Are we doing all right over there?
I'm fine. I'm just trying to get some fresh air out of this this window in front of me. A little bit of breeze. This booth is about 800 degrees right now. I'm not complaining because I've spent my fair share of time freezing this spring.
And just checking on my partner, folks. There is Garcia and Merchant. Top of the box. Mata not able to unfurl the arrow from his quiver. Ramirez. Vasquez. Garcia. A bit of a battle. Trying again is Ramirez. Vasquez. Landeros. Touch to the back. Trying to get closer to the box. Moses Lake having a heck of a time approaching the 18-yard line, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, Wenatchee's just tying Moses Lake up.
Handball, and the referee agrees with us. Play continues rather quickly. Wenatchee trying to surprise the Mavericks out of position and doesn't quite work as they were hoping it would. And ultimately, it will be Mr. Salazar's turn to push the reset button and start this one from scratch. Zumac. Reyes. Back to Zumac. Garcia with some space. Into the box. Garcia shot across. Golazo! What a beauty! What a beauty! What a beauty! Collective play at its finest, Matt Wisen, for Julian Reyes to make this 3-0. I think it was Julian.
Just Mr. Garcia got that corner there and put that ball right on his foot. And fantastic one touch into the back. I mean, nothing the keeper can do about that one.
First time since I've been doing this. I've been doing this for 15 years. First time that I feel when Garcia had the ball and had a free, clean shot from the right side, that this is going to be a goal. First time it happens to me, and I've been doing this for 15 years. Yeah, it was indeed number 10. Substitution coming. It will be number 8 having a seat for Wenatchee. Pierre Vega. We'll tell you in a second who the sub is if the game allows. Ball goes out of bounds. So nothing wrong with the offensive firepower by Wenatchee, Matt Wisen. Three players, 3 goals, 3-0.
Yeah, a little more confidence there. They still got some things they got to clean up. We'll go over those at halftime. And, an interesting storyline. They needed the 3 goals and they need the win to get the maximum points.
That's right.
So what does Wenatchee do after this?
Pedal to the metal, in my opinion.
Pedal to the metal.
You don't want to assume that you have everything in the bag when there's 50 more minutes to play.
Yeah, I totally agree there.
Yeah. You want to switch sides because it's a lot cooler over here.
No, it's this. I've got a double window I'm looking through, and that's kind of why I'm leaning out of the windowless area in front of me.
You look like a lifer trying to break out of Sing Sing.
That's my everyday look.
You know that shot of Tim Robbins trying to break out of Shawshank in that tube? That what you remind me of, kind of like you're about to crawl.
The fresh air does feel nice, but it is this double window that, because your window's open in front of me and it pushes in front of the other window, and so it's a weird glare looking at the goal, and so now I just kind of lean out.
All right.
Yeah, it's the price to bring excellence to our viewers, I guess.
Reyes. Ben Merchant. We have a substitution for Moses Lake. We have number 1, Tyson Garza on the pitch now. Mendoza. recovered by the Panthers. Of course, the Garza families are legion, not just in Moses Lake, but also in Othello and all the wonderful area of the Columbia Basin. Quick shout out to all the folks over there who are watching this broadcast. Beautiful, beautiful area of our state. Especially the sunsets off of Moses Lake. 32 minutes, 3 seconds into this one, and Wenatchee ahead 3-0 over the Moses Lake Mavericks. I remember many years ago, there was this big discussion as to what they were going to name Blue Heron Park, which is right off of I-90 there in Moses Lake. And the city manager at the time, great guy, suggested Nonami. Nonami, spelled N-O-N-A-M-E. You think about that one for a second.
Oh, yeah,
right?
I got it. Yeah.
Nonami Park.
Yeah. Yeah, fortunately they came up with an Onami, or a Anami.
Anami?
Yeah.
Touch up field. Johnny Vega. This one is having a little fun there. Trying again as Merchant. Whistle on the play. It will be Moses Lake ball. 33-24 on the clock. This moment of the game brought to you by Coldwell Banker Cascade, encouraging you to leave your mark. Coldwell Banker Cascade is getting you home in North Central Washington. It will be Moses Lake ball. Taking care of it will be Mr. Cuevas. Across the center alley for Martinez. Nimbly interrupted by the Panthers. The through ball looking for Garcia. Into the box he goes. Garcia, the shot. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my word. Tight angle. No problem. It will be 4-0 Wenatchee. 34-26 on the clock. And a beauty of a shot there, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, good job, keeping Mr. Garcia paired up with another striker up top really forced Moses Lake to split their attention between Mr. Garcia and your other player who was also open in that case and really couldn't cut down that angle like he wanted to. But beside that, it was a fantastic shot and finish.
4-0. Wenatchee over Moses Lake. Whistle on the play. A shove against a Moses Lake player. It will be the Mavericks putting it back into action. Jackson Mose, who's considerably warmer today than he was against Eastmont because he was wearing a cap that day. Remember, he was wearing a little hat?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cold that night, even though the thermometer didn't show it. I don't know what it was. But
yeah.
We're, 10,000 feet elevation, too. That might have something to do with it.
And 10,000 years older than some of these kiddos out on the field here. Quick run down the flank. Shot across coming. Blocked nimbly by Daniel Ramirez. Ball goes out of bounds, and the referee has decreed that is a corner kick for Wenatchee. This moment of the game brought to you rather quickly by Save Mart, Shop Smart, Shop Local, providing outstanding value and service since 1962. Oh, and once again, those slips, Matt Wisen, they keep bedeviling and bewildering some of the performers out there.
Yeah, I haven't seen, that's the first time I've seen people really have trouble with this surface.
Pagliarulo. Looking for Landeros. Landeros, the header, hoping to connect with Vasquez. Vasquez can't quite get there. Willett. Julian Reyes. Battling with Garza. Whistle on the play. It will be Wenatchee ball. 36-57. Free kick. Substitution coming. Number 16 for Wenatchee. That will be one Joan Di Landeros. So now each team has a Landeros on the field. That should not be confusing at all for my Fort Knox-like mind. Oh, my goodness. Is Mr. Pagliarulo going to be okay? Oh, he's back up now.
Yeah, both players looking up and didn't see each other. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like they're hurt. I don't know what. Oh, we're just going to have a drop ball.
David Martinez, Garcia, short touch. Vasquez, Garza, Landeros, Vasquez, interrupted by Wenatchee. Landeros trying to scoop it back, can't quite get there. Ocampo, taken back by Moses Lake into Wenatchee territory. Good touch that time, into the box. Let's see what happens here. Mr. Pagliarulo, oh my goodness, right at the edge there, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, good job standing on that ball and actually coming out in the first place to snuff that. It wasn't an easy decision to make.
It was Chani Vega penetrating from the left side, but an even better intervention by Grady Pagliarulo for Moses Lake. 30 minutes on the clock. That means that the time is now being kept on the field by the officials. This is the first half of play. Wenatchee ahead of Moses Lake, 4-0. In the 10th minute, Shani Vega. In the 20th minute, Mr. Anythony Garcia. In the 29th minute, Julian Reyes. And then in the 35th minute, Garcia again. Off to the races we go. Shot across. Daniel Ramirez cutting that particular lifeline. On the bounce is Oscar Garcia. Defensive maneuver by Wenatchee via Jose Limon. Touch to the back for Joanny Landeros. Joanny Landeros. Landeros. Stopped by Martinez. Landeros. Martinez. Wenatchee looking for the 5th goal. Keeping it alive. Scooped away that time by Oronia. And there is the whistle. Is that the whistle that tells us that this first half is over? I don't know.
Everyone looks confused.
Yeah, everybody's not sure as to what to do right now. And we are no exception here in the booth. No, let's see. There we go. Just, nope. Looks like play will continue. This is unusual. By who's injured? The number 3 for Moses Lake. Thank you very much. Now he's walking off the field. He's walking on his own power. Thank you, Eric Granstrom. Landeros. Bit of a give and go there. Touch to the back. And there's the whistle. That tells us that this first half is history. Wenatchee ahead of Moses Lake. 4-0. We'll be right back after this.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
The newest generation of GMC Sierra pickups offer the most advanced technology, the strongest selection of powertrain, and everything else you need to work hard, play hard, and explore the boundaries of the Wenatchee Valley and beyond. Take a look at the latest, most luxurious and durable trucks on the market.
You will see why GMC is not your grandfather's pickup.
You want to bet, kid?
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
I chose a career at Confluence South because I wanted to help people, and I knew there would be opportunities for growth. I started as a medical assistant, but quickly advanced in my career. I received 5 promotions in only 7 years, 3 of those in management roles. Most organizations don't offer that type of growth. Now, as a career pathway coordinator, I let everyone know. Come join Confluence South. Come grow with us.
Welcome back to Wenatchee, the Apple Bowl, where we've just witnessed the first half that I would have to say it was a fair depiction of what happened on the scoreboard, Matt Wisen. We did not see Mr. Salazar tested at all in the first half. And Wenatchee, I think, as unfair of a game as soccer can be, I think 4-0 is an accurate description of what went on, comparing the amount of offensive firepower that they brought to what Moses Lake did in the first half.
Yeah, it felt like Wenatchee, they had good possession, but they were trying to solve a puzzle for a little while. Mm-hmm. And then they found that piece. And once they found it, the goals started coming in quicker and quicker, and the scoring opportunities were more and more and more.
What was that piece? In my opinion, that piece was collective play.
You're right. Yeah. It is collective play. We saw for the majority of this year with Wenatchee, they've had a lot of individual play. They've had a lot of fairly disconnected play. They play the ball through to, say, Mr. Garcia or to Chani or to Pierre or to Julian, and they don't have really supporting cast around them. We saw that a lot with Eastmont, that Eastmont game. And now things are opening up when they're connected up top because it's much more difficult to defend 3 players than 1. They're making some runs off the ball where they weren't in the past. And what we're also seeing is Mr. Garcia is checking back to the ball and not always running away from it, trying to get into space and trying to get in behind. He's checking back to it, which he's bringing defenders and creating some space as well. So And now that he's checked back, if he gets the ball, he can play off of another player and receive the ball again, but in a much deeper position and more threatening position to go at goal.
Absolutely, absolutely. The goals happen in 10-minute increments at the very beginning, at least. The first goal, 10th minute, Chani Vega. And the second goal, 20th minute, Anythony Garcia. And then 9 minutes and a half later, Julian Reyes making it 3-0. And then 4-0 tally, Anythony Garcia with his second personal score. We're going to take a quick detour from soccer for just 1 second, but we're going to give you a little warning. We're going to tell you about the Kraken. So if you're recording the Kraken game in one gadget or another, we're going to give you about 5 to 10 seconds so you can turn the volume down, because we're about to tell you how the game is going for the Seattle franchise of the National Hockey League. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is 4-2 Seattle against the Dallas Stars in the second round of the National Hockey League playoffs in Dallas, Texas. So, fairly auspicious beginning for the Seattle Kraken here. Don't forget, they are just bumped off the defending NHL champions, the Colorado Avalanche, in a 7-game series. And now they're off to a good start in the Lone Star State. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, 40 more minutes of soccer action for you. This is NCWLIFE Channel. Don't go away.
I have no idea what I'm doing. That's why we need you. We need people to run cameras so I can get back down on the broadcast and talk about what's going on. We pay $75 per event. If it's sports, if it's a parade, if it's Apple Blossom, if it's the Super Oval, $75. If that sounds like some extra good money for you, we'd love you to be part of our team. All you have to do is email me, sports@ncwlife.com. sports@ncwlife.com. In the meantime, I got to go figure out this camera.
Hi, my car's making a funny noise.
Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE Master Techs and well versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you're all set.
These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spare is flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop.
Hello, television family. Grab your cup of coffee each weekday morning and join me. I'm Dan Kuntz, the host of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It's everything you need to start your day. We're live and we're local at 7 a.m. every weekday on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hey, man. How's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen is a good option for me. The risk of addiction, it's not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions, and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
It's barbecue chicken pizza season. That means break out the patio furniture, dust off those jorts, pick up an Abby's Pizza, and head to your favorite outdoor spot. I mean, hey, the great outdoors isn't going to enjoy itself, right? Blue skies and pizza go together like, well, barbecue chicken and pizza. That's why it's time to enjoy an Abby's original barbecue chicken pizza at a very special price. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
Or something else altogether. We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Welcome back to the Apple Bowl. It's halftime. We're about ready to start the second half. The players are still huddling up. We'd like to thank one of our distinguished sponsors, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, providing heating and air conditioning service and installation since 1982. Serving residential and commercial, they specialize in indoor air quality, installation service, and repair. You know, Matt, I don't think Wenatchee should let up, even if they're ahead 4-0. I think that as screwy and funky as the scoring system is, of points and quality wins and all that good jazz, I think they need to leave no doubt that they deserve to be as high a seed as possible. And for that, they're doing it. They're ahead 4-0, but they need to continue that. I don't think they should try to save themselves for an eventual possible potential showdown with Eastman. I think they should take care of business here, and they should take care of business now.
I mean, I agree. They've got to secure the win.
Yes.
But Eastmont right now is playing West Valley, and there's I believe the first time Eastmont played West Valley might have been an 8-0 win.
All the more
somewhere.
reason, I think,
and,
for Wenatchee.
And Eastmont has quite a lead when it comes to goal differential.
Oh, they do already?
And so if Wenatchee piles on the goals, it would have to come down to a weird score with Eastmont at West Valley to give them a shot at having that tiebreaker with Eastmont. And Wenatchee has Wenatchee has Eisenhower, who beat Wenatchee the first time they played. And Wenatchee has to go on the road to play Eisenhower. Eastmont gets Davis at home. Fresh legs could mean a lot there. Also healthy. I mean, weird things happen. I don't see Moses Lake switching a gear and getting dirty. Some teams if it becomes a blowout, that's always a concern. Not against Moses Lake. They're not that kind of team. Other teams in the league, there might be one or two. But that's not what Coach Stronson's thinking about. He's just thinking about resting some of his players eventually, but you don't want to take your foot off the pedal. I hate when teams do that. I hate it when they stop getting offensive and they just play for whatever purpose. Keep your foot on the pedal. Rest some of your higher mileage players after the first 10 minutes in the second half if the game keeps going that way. That's the way I see it. But you certainly, this game is so weird with momentum. You certainly don't want to give up momentum. And Moses Lake is capable of scoring. Yeah.
They have what it takes, absolutely. Absolutely. We're back in action now. Second half of play with Moses Lake going from left to right on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. And Wenatchee doing their thing from right to left. This moment of the game brought to you by Clean Connection. Call Clean Connection to keep your carpet, upholstery, and air ducts clean for a healthier environment inside your home. It's locally owned. Find them at yourcleanconnection.com. There's Paliarulo waiting till the ball crosses the 18. Folks, I'd like to send a quick shout out to my peeps in Quincy. The Quincy Jackrabbits boys soccer team just nailed down their league title. The league title. They won the CTL. They defeated Cascade 1-0, and then they defeated Moses Lake, I believe, 6-2. And they are league champions. So kudos to the Jackrabbits, coached by Francisco Tafoya, a man with a long history of soccer here in North Central Washington. So mad props to the Jackrabbits, who now have the number 7 in mind. If you talk to Coach Tafoya, that's the number of matches they have to win in a row to be crowned state champions in 1A. We're back in action now. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be it's a mystery. Oh, it's Wenatchee ball.
Yeah, that was down in a blind spot for us.
Yeah.
These corners, especially the the northeast corner of the Apple Bowl, is really difficult to see from the booth.
Garcia. across the center alley for Mata. That's one of the things you mentioned in the halftime break. We saw Collier, we saw Merchant, we saw Mata accompanying, helping out, like around the 18 to 25-yard marker. It used to be at the beginning of the season, it was basically like a Lone Ranger act, basically. You know, there was not a great deal of connection between the two final thirds of the field.
Yeah, being connected is it's taken a long time for Wenatchee to really get there, offensively and defensively, and it's very important. You just really need that support when you're on the ball, even off the ball. Your movement off the ball, it all plays into your shape, and their team shape hasn't always been the best.
The scoreboard is now finally working here in the second half. Shot across, Pagliarulo with just a little bit of trouble there, but not a major worry for the goalkeeper for the Mavericks. This moment of the game brought to you by Global Car Care. Your vehicle is their number one priority. Diesels and European cars are their specialty. Pickup and drop-off available. Stop at their website, globalcarcare.net. Top of the box. Sanchez. Reyes, the shot, Reyes, and it kisses the upright. Trying again, Collier. Header into the box, and Pagliarulo with a bit of hesitation, but the assistant referee saw something he did not care for. Whistle on the play, foul called. It will be Moses Lake ball. 44 minutes, according to the scoreboard clock, here in Wenatchee.
Yeah, I believe the Wenatchee player just kind of drove the center back from Moses Lake into the keeper.
Mr. Pagliarulo. Arreola. Is that Tanner under the three tubes for...
You are correct.
For Wenatchee? Got to give it up for Mr. Salazar. Played the entire first half and turned in a clean sheet, my Wisen. Not bad for senior night.
Yeah, he's had kind of a tough draw this year. Came in the beginning of the season with an injury that just was lagging and kept him out of the lineup until recently.
The shot. Pagliarulo with the stop. I thought he did a fine job. Of course, he was not what you call completely and brutally busy, but when he was called upon, he responded nimbly.
Yeah, he made a couple quality saves
Yeah.
and some good opportunities for to show his stuff.
Quick run down the flank by Moses Lake, shading towards the center alley. The touch near the top of the box, rescued by the Panthers. Landeros trying again for the Mavericks. Charge from behind. Bit of a sorry about that, bud, from Mr. Reyes. It will be a free kick for Moses Lake. 45-52 on the clock. Jonathan Cuevas. Left-footed shot. And Mr. Russell with his first save of the evening. Sanchez. Vega. Back to Sanchez now. Back to Vega. Reyes. Mata. Across the center alley for, looks like Merchant. On the mark over there is Mendoza. Mendoza. Bit of a battle. Down the stripe. Zumac. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Moses Lake ball. 46-54 on the clock. Mose. Moses Lake player hits the deck. Seems to be doing okay. Mr. Arreola. That's good to see. Sanchez. Rivera. Rivera and it looks like Cuevas. Mata. Across the center alley for Ocampo, pushing it upfield on the right side. On the mark is Mendoza for the Mavericks. With a little help of Mose, ball goes out of bounds. It will be Wenatchee ball. 47-35 on the clock. Bit of a double team, a bit of a Panthers sandwich right there. Will there be a yellow card? No. Just a bit of a talking to for Mr. Cuevas, and it will be a free kick for Wenatchee.
Yeah, dangerous position here for Wenatchee. This is kind of in Johnny's wheelhouse.
If this is your first time watching Wenatchee this year, we remind you that there are two Pierre Vegas on the team, so we refer to one of them as Chani Vega. 48-27. Right-footed touch, and Pagliarulo with just a smidgen of trouble. Before Mr. Sanchez can tap it in, Pagliarulo puts a stop to the danger. Right of midfield, Mr. Mata. Battling it out. Rivera. Landeros. Recovered by Wenatchee. Waiting for it on the right side is Collier. To him it goes. On the mark was Arreola. Sanchez. Ocampo. Russell. Back to Ocampo. Arreola interrupting. Bit of a confusion there between Arreola and Rivera. Arreola trying to solve it. Arreola down the flank, shot across, bounces off Collier, and it will be a corner kick in my opinion. Let's see what the referee says. We're kind of at a blind spot like my partner said earlier here up in the booth.
I think it's going to be a throw in. It looked like it took a weird, had a hard spin on it when it bounced out the back, but it actually...
Yeah, it will not be a corner kick. So, yeah, throw-in will be 49-52 on the clock. Moses Lake ball sent out of bounds once again. Another throw-in for the Mavericks. Sent out of bounds. Flag on the play. No, just a throw-in. Interrupted that time by Collier. Arreola. Whistle on the play.
Foul.
Bit of a shove there. And it will be a free kick for the Mavericks. 50-29 on the clock. Taking care of it is Daniel Ramirez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white jerseys inside the box. Only one on the wall for the Panthers. Right-footed shot. And a clever idea, but not the result that Mr. Ramirez was hoping to get. This moment of the game brought to you by Together for Youth, encouraging you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org. Moses Lake trying to make something happen at midfield. There's Cuevas opening the game up for Mendoza. Trying to paint the stripe. Now shading towards the center alley for Vasquez. Vasquez into the box. Whistle on the play. Offside called. None of that will count. Harvest Valley Pest Control. Living healthy, local, and pest-free. You can rest assured that Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet safe material around your home or office. Call Harvest Valley Pest Control today for your free estimate. 509-423-2207. We're back in business now. Top of the box. Rejected. Trying again, shading to the right side was Garcia. He will not get there. Pagliarulo. Connecting at midfield with David Martinez. Cuevas. Mendoza. Landeros. Martinez. Martinez, the shot across, sent to the corner kick. And it will be Maverick ball, little by little. The Moses Lake Mavericks showing a little more intention on their attacks. Still not enough to worry Tanner Russell. We haven't seen him tested yet, but we still have about half an hour left of soccer here at the Apple Bowl.
Yeah, Moses Lake's starting to send more numbers up, but Wenatchee is not necessarily bringing numbers back to defend that. Wenatchee is clearly looking to counterattack on this by leaving so many players high.
Reyes. Long ball. He's onside. Who's going to get there first? Will it be Pagliarulo? Will it be Garcia? And it will be Pagliarulo with a bit of a hesitation there. It was actually Chani Vega. And now Pagliarulo has to race back to his gate before Reyes can surprise him. Whistle on the play, charge from behind, Mr. Reyes was. Foul called on Jonathan Cuevas. It will be Wenatchee ball. Chani Vega. Vega off to the races. He's going to let it sail by.
Yeah, I think Pagliarulo.
Pagliarulo, yes.
Almost the furthest I've seen a keeper come out in a long time. That was a gutsy job of having to come out.
54-22. It will be a corner kick for Wenatchee. Defensive header. Ball into the mixer now. Multiple headers, and then it's number 6, Jackson Mose, sending it to the corner kick. This moment of the game brought to you by Confluence Health. High-quality care close to home. Confluence Health is dedicated to improving their patients' health with safe, high-quality care in 12 communities. 54-54 on the clock. Bit of a bouncer there. Sanchez can't quite control it. Ball goes out of bounds, though. It will be, once again, Wenatchee ball. Short corner kick this time. Dances in front of the goal. Oh, my goodness. Not a worry. Not a problem. By himself, completely solo on the left side of the box.
Anthony Garcia with his hat trick tonight.
Oh my goodness! Are they doing a little dance in front of of our camera? Is that what's going on?
Something going on down there. Yep. He's having a night. That was that quick corner. Something we talked about earlier was that Wenatchee could potentially expose or utilize was a quick corner. I think I've talked about that a couple times. So
indeed.
they clearly got that into their repertoire. And Mosley got caught watching, and Anthony slipped out in the back, as we saw. I mean, that was quite the finish there.
He was completely by himself there. 56-04, and that is a hat trick for Mr. Garcia. We're back in action now. This moment of the game brought to you by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Plan your next tournament and event today. Call the pro shops to schedule your time on the Full Swing S4 widescreen golf simulators. Call 509-884-4653. That is a mouthful right there. Full Swing S4 widescreen golf simulators. I'm going to have to check it out now.
Yeah. Definitely going to have to check that one out.
Collier. Quick run. Past the forest of white jerseys. Slaloming past them. Nice job that time. But Mr. Pagliarulo puts a stop to the danger. The long touch upfield. Trying to scoop it back for Moses Lake was number 7, Kevin Segura. But it's the other number 7, Alex Sanchez now. Pierre Vega. Recovered by Mose. Touch upfield for David Martinez. Now it's Joshua Zamora opening the game up to the left side. Oscar Garcia. Recovered by the Panthers. Across midfield they go. Ocampo. Sanchez. Merchant. Moses Lake on the recovery into Wenatchee territories. Joshua Zamora. Oscar Garcia under some pressure. Zamora. Left-footed shot. Surprises no one. A good effort, but with more optimism than accuracy that time. 58-25 on the clock. This moment of the game brought to you by Kennedy Real Estate Group. They're more than selling houses, they're building communities. Buying or selling? Call the Kennedy Real Estate Group. Finding online at KENADYGroup.com. Arreola. Taken away by Collier. Rejected that time by Daniel Ramirez. Wenatchee trying again. Collier. Bit of a charge there. Play continues. Rivera. Zamora with some space. Garcia, Oscar Garcia. Garcia. Corner of the box. A little too much for Arreola. Is he going to keep it in? He is not. Throw in for the Panthers and a substitution coming. It looks like it will be a Moses Lake substitution. Yes, indeed, it will be number 23 for the Moses Lake Mavericks. Antonio Landeros. Antonio Landeros, who had some good stretches of play in the first half, without a doubt. The long ball. Pagliarulo and Mose. 60 minutes on the clock. We're into the second half of the second half. Martinez into the box. That's where it stops. Ball goes out of bounds. Moses Lake trying again. Zamora down the flank. The wind starting to pick up here. We see a lot more people with sweatshirts on now here at the stands. Wenatchee painting the stripe into Moses Lake territory. Vega. Garcia. Right-footed touch. Bounces off Mose. And Ramirez. Arreola. Well surrounded. Arreola. Trying to make a path as he goes, like Serrat. Recovered by Mata. Trying again is Cuevas. Cuevas, the shot, Cuevas, and Tanner Russell. 61-23 on the clock, folks. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank, well, the folks that make this broadcast possible here at the Apple Bowl, starting with our camera people, Matthew Ortiz, Clark Sims, and Oliver Cottery. There's a shot. Pagliarulo with the save, and the frustration is evident in the face of that Wenatchee player. He could not believe that the ball sailed over the crossbar. Substitution for Wenatchee. It will be number 12 entering the contest now. That will be Noah Willett.
Yeah, the goal just, I mean, when it's that open, it looks huge, and then you take your eyes off it, the ball for a second.
Looks like it was number 6 on the shot, Ben Merchant. Landeros. Across midfield, interrupted nimbly by the midfield of Wenatchee. Good job by Wenatchee finding the spaces, finding the open man. Mata. Touch upfield for Collier. Collier now pushing it upfield for, it looked like Vega. Waiting for it is a Brady pass on the left side. Reyes. Reyes, is he offside? Yeah. He is. He is. That will not count. That will not count. That will not count. And one of the Wenatchee players is pointing at the assistant referee saying, look at that flag. Don't go celebrating as yet. It was the number 5, Ocampo, letting his teammates know that that will not count. 63-28. Like I was saying, folks, our camera people, Matthew Ortiz, Clark Sims, and Oliver Cottery. Line producers, Josiah Davidson and Eric Granstrom. Studio producer, Matthew Moore. This fine gentleman next to me, Matt Wisen. And, of course, the man who makes it all possible, the Grand Poobah broadcasting, Dan Kuntz. A quick run, the shot, oh, masterful. Masterful finish. And that makes it 6-0. With such calm, he just shook that defender off and delivered one low and to the right of the goalkeeper Pagliarulo. And now it's 6-0 Wenatchee. Was that Channy Vega? It looked like Channy Vega to me. It looked like a Channy-like play.
Was it 16?
Was that fella right there, right?
Yeah.
Just kidding. 64-34 is 6-0 Wenatchee.
I can't quite see, but I think it's number 16.
Yeah, it was. 16, you said? Okay. I thought it was 18, but
okay.
Well, we'll leave it to the post-game show to check who had the 6th goal. There's a shot, and it sails wide. Now, one of the things that I've learned doing games with you is that there's one thing you don't like is when players start going, well, now I want mine too, I want mine too, I want mine too. Hopefully that will not descend into that. Hopefully that the collective play will continue.
Yeah, once goals start coming, teams really, or players have a tendency to want to get in on the action. Who doesn't?
Oh, yeah.
But at that point, the team really does need to focus more on that team effort and keep that going. A lot of times when players really get selfish, the team goal scoring and opportunities really starts breaking down.
And this is a team with some ambitions, no? I mean, this is a team that's not satisfied just by putting half a dozen on Moses Lake. They want to go deep. There's a senior-laden squad, as evidenced by the by the length of senior night earlier tonight. That was a long ceremony. They want to go out in a blaze of glory. They're not satisfied with just avenging a road defeat to Moses Lake.
Yeah, this team had high hopes, expectations of winning state come. That should be a penalty.
That should be a penalty. Referee says no. Referee's checking with his assistant.
That was a penalty all day long.
Now we have the penalty. Now we have the penalty.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
66-28. And let's see. Will it be Channy Vega? Is that what I'm seeing? There we go.
Number 15.
15. Aha. Aha. Brady Paz. Wait a minute. 15 for Wenatchee? Just kidding. Pagliarulo. The shot. Oh, my goodness. Pagliarulo gets right, slapped it, but the shot went in anyway. It's 7-0, Wenatchee.
Yeah, very good pace in the box there, going at goal. Just really difficult to defend at that point, and just swung and missed and took some ankle with him.
All right, 67-43, and I have to say that kudos to Wenatchee. They have not let up.
No, they haven't. And some, excuse me, what we saw with Eastmont, some of the supporting cast that haven't traditionally been in on the action are contributing now. They're coming in, they're hungry, getting valuable experience. Wenatchee, none of the Big Nine's teams really have an easy road ahead after league play districts. They don't have very high RPI numbers right now. Davis sitting at the top of the RPI currently at 12, Wenatchee at 15, Eastmont at 19. And to have, to hope to get some good state seedings, you really do need that higher RPI or the lower number. The experience that their supporting cast can gain is going to be invaluable.
Folks, we'll take this opportunity to tell you about what's coming down the pike in our NCWLIFE sports calendar. On Friday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. We'll tell you more about it because here comes Pagliarulo. Let's see, flag is up. Pagliarulo acting as his own sweeper, almost at the 18, sweeping that ball away, but the flag is up. None of that will count. Friday, May 5th, the Les Schwab Classy Chassis Parade, live at 6 p.m. So substitution, yes, indeed. Substitution happening.
So Gabriel Mata.
Looks like, Gabriel Mata coming off. We'll tell you in a second who replaces him if the game allows. Saturday, May 6th, is the Milk Growers Grand Parade, live at 11 a.m. And Thursday, hopefully, about 95% chance, but we might be able to do this. Thursday, May 11th, the District Boys Soccer Championship. Hopefully, we will be able to bring that to you here on NCWLIFE. The game would start at 6 p.m. So, plenty of good stuff here on the screen of NCWLIFE Channel. And now, substitutions galore. Looks like number 9 and number 22 for Wenatchee.
And goalkeeper change again.
Oh, really? All right. So Mr. Salazar closing it out. Mr. Minders going back in. And Mr. Anthony Garcia going back in as well. So let's see if Mr. Salazar can keep the clean sheet going with about, I would say, 10 minutes or so. Remember that the clock started a little funky here in the second half, the scoreboard clock, that is.
Yeah, and I failed to start my...
These things happen.
I failed to start my stopwatch as I usually do.
Now that is an embarrassment.
I know.
There's a shot. Salazar dives. Cleared away by the back line of Wenatchee. Landeros. Oh, getting past one. Trying for two. Mose, there's the shot. Salazar watches it sail by. 71-28 on the clock. And another substitution. This time it will be Gabriel Mata returning to the action. And it looks like it will be Mr. Paz? Yes, Mr. Paz taking a seat. And one of the captains for Wenatchee will take a seat as well. And Julian Reyes will return to the action. No, Mr. Paz will stay in the game. He's just really close to the bench right now.
It's like Emmanuel Ocampo.
Oh, Ocampo?
Came off.
Thank you.
And Mr. Reyes is taking the position up in the back line.
Minders. Paz. Shot across into the center alley. Rejected by the back line of Moses Lake. This could be interesting. Vasquez. Touch to the back. Zamora. Zamora, left-footed touch. Vasquez is offside. At midfield for Moses Lake. Mendoza. I get the feeling that Mr. Minders has his own personal cheering section today. Because every time he touches the ball, a section of the crowd just goes bananas.
Yeah, and from what I understand, he's a very positive, supportive player, a great teammate, hard worker. May not get all the minutes in the world, but he's very well liked, and people want to see him score very much so.
Yeah, that's a good shot into the box. Zamora, the shot across, and the stop by Salazar. 73 minutes, 15 seconds into this one. Paz. Reyes can't quite catch up to it. Ball goes out of bounds. So it's a 7-3 tie between Wenatchee, Davis, and Eastmont. Actually, Wenatchee, Eastmont, and Davis. 7 wins, 3 losses. No ties. Before the start of this contest, of course. And you said that Eastmont is playing...
I believe they're at West Valley right now. I have an email to, or a text to one of my friends who has a son on that team, and I have yet to hear back what the score is.
West Valley, of course, the only winless team in the Big Nine this year. They do have a victory, but it's a non-league victory. Ball goes out of bounds. Let's see what the referee says. It will be Mr. Salazar, or Salazar, doing the honors. No, he will yield to a teammate. 74-33 on the clock. 7-0 the lead for Wenatchee over Moses Lake. Bit of a battle there. Mendoza. Wenatchee player hits the deck. It will be Wenatchee ball. Mose. Landeros. Garcia. Vasquez trying to stay on side. Vasquez still battling. Vasquez to the throw-in. Good collective effort by Moses Lake that time. Garcia, Landeros, and Vasquez covered a good 60, 70 yards there, my Wisen.
Yeah, it was looking dangerous there. We've got some traditional players back there on that back line, or defending players.
Landeros, the shot, and Mr. Salazar. Rolling to his right, restarting the action, 75-46. Mose, the shot. Oh my goodness! And just like that, this shutout is over. And Mose manages to slink one past the diving Salazar and make this one a 7-1 score.
Just squeaked through the pipes. Great shot, keeping that thing low and hard.
Beautiful shot.
And had the right angle. Must have just, the keeper got kind of a late jump on that. It must have been shielded a little bit by his defender.
Very sneaky shot. Shot across. The header over the head of Minders. And once again, this fandom, his own personal fan club, goes bananas. There's Minders. Minders shot. And Pagliarula with the stop. They want him to score, my Wisen. No two ways about it.
Just egging him on. Just giving him all the energy they've got trying to get that goal. I hope he scores. Not to see, it rub it in with Moses Lake, but just I want to see this crowd go nuts.
Absolutely bananas, yes. Play continues now. Approaching midfield. Mose with the lone tally for Moses Lake just a minute ago. Quick run. Defensive maneuver by Cuevas. Landeros. A takeaway attempt by Sanchez. Prevailing is Rivera. Into the box now. Nope, just a little too wide before Garcia could catch up to it. Are we going to see more subs? I see Ben Merchant standing and walking around. Let's see if he's getting ready to return to the contest. There's a corner kick. Far post. Finding a speedy Wenatchee defender. Look at that. Mo's battling for it now. Landeros. Mo's. Touch upfield. Good triangulation. Rivera. There's Rivera. Looking up. Mo's. Top of the box. Back to Mo's. Good combination. Interrupted by Wenatchee. Trying again for the Mavericks was Aguilar. Charge from behind. It will be a foul called. Free kick for the Mavericks. Now 4 substitutions. 6, 3, 8, and 14. So bear with me for just 1 second. Number 14 is on my roster, which has disappeared. There we go.
Callan Zumek.
8 is Pierre Vega. 6 is Ben Merchant. And 3 is Corin Collier.
And Emmanuel Ocampo snuck in right when you looked down.
Thank you. He was watching us, wasn't he? Good stop that time by Salazar. Vararocha. Calling forward is Minders. Vararocha. Rejected and recovered by Jonathan Cuevas. Pagliarulo. The clock has stopped. The time is now being kept on the field by the officials, one of whom has just looked at his wrist. So it won't be long till we hear a whistle, would be my guess. Mendoza. The long touch for Garcia. Into the box. Garcia and Salazar will let it sail by. It will be goal kick for Wenatchee.
That's game.
And there's the whistle that says, like my partner just said, it's game. Game, set, match. To use a tennis term, Wenatchee has taken this one from Moses Lake by a score of 7-1. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the post-game show. Don't go away.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine in style at Highlander Bar and Grill, located in East Wenatchee. Highlander Golf Course has added 2 state-of-the-art full-swing simulators. Food and drink service is available from our full-service bar and grill, offering breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Indoor and outdoor seating available. Call Shalane, our on-site coordinator, to schedule your special event.
When you call Dick Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35 plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? Open up a world of possibilities when you sell your home and make those dreams real. At ColdwellBanker.com, you can get an instant estimate on your home, compare cost of living city by city, and learn more about our revolutionary seller's assurance program. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams. At ColdwellBanker.com.
I have no idea what I'm doing. That's why we need you. We need people to run camera so I can get back down on the broadcast and talk about what's going on. We pay $75 per event. If it's sports, if it's a parade, if it's Apple Blossom, if it's a Super Oval, $75. If that sounds like some extra good money for you, we'd love you to be part of our team. All you have to do is email me, sports@ncwlife.com. sports@ncwlife.com. In the meantime, I gotta go figure out this camera.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hello, television family. Grab your cup of coffee each weekday morning and join me. I'm Dan Kuntz, the host of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It's everything you need to start your day. We're live and we're local at 7 a.m. every weekday on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Welcome back to the Apple Bowl in beautiful Wenatchee, Washington, where we've just seen Wenatchee take this one from the Moses Lake Mavericks by a score of 7-1. On my right is Coach Dennis Stronson, and I'm going to switch sports for just a second, Coach, and quote Dean Pratt, head coach of volleyball over at Quincy High School. He says the highest compliment you can pay your opponent sometimes is to just kick his rump from one end of the court to the other. And it shows that you guys took Moses Lake quite seriously the way you took care of business today.
Yes, it was about coming in and making a statement. You know, we're getting to the end of the season, we're playing well, and we just need to keep building on the momentum that we've gained these last 4 games. And we know there's more soccer to play as the season goes forward.
Now, nothing to complain about from a fan's perspective about your offensive firepower. You have 3 or 4. You mentioned the 3 freshmen had 6 goals. Is that correct? Is that what I heard?
That's correct.
Yeah. So this is not a team that's depending on one guy for the offensive workload, so to speak. You have several arrows in your quiver, so to speak.
Yes, we do. And you know, these 2 gentlemen to your left have added to our arsenal of weapons, and their partnership is really coming together.
Absolutely. Do you mind if I turn and speak to these 2 gentlemen? First of all, Chani Vega. How are you, Chani?
I'm good.
Now, Chani, tell me about playing Moses Lake, about taking this team seriously, and at the same time knowing that there are perhaps bigger fish to fry, so to speak.
Yeah, I think just it starts from practice, taking it seriously with the team. The whole team practices seriously so we can play as we did today. I think, just doing what we do in practice and transferring it here in the field.
Absolutely. What year are you?
I'm a freshman.
Now, it's amazing to me as a neophyte to see you as a freshman connecting with the rest of the team and the rest of the freshmen connecting so well, doing these collective plays down the flank, straight up the middle. To what do you attribute that? It's just the work that you put in practice?
Yeah, obviously I know these guys off the field in school and club soccer. I also play with them as well, so that helps too. And then just me and my brother, when we connect, it's just like easy.
Absolutely. Let's move on. Just get behind me right behind me, and let me speak to this other gentleman, Mr. Anythony Garcia. How are you, Anthony?
Good.
Now tell me about your performance today. 2 goals. You got to be happy with that, no?
Yeah, I mean, just working as a team, I couldn't ask for better passes and, setups. All I had to do was put in the back of the net, so my team did an amazing job.
Now, what was this gig here? When you went to the corner there and you all started dancing?
Yeah, I honestly didn't know what I was doing. They were talking about it in the locker room, and, I just kind of went along and did what I thought I was supposed to do, but yeah, so just a team celebration.
So it was somebody else's idea. It wasn't your idea at all. You have not to blame, no responsibility.
Yeah.
At all. Now, what does this do for you guys, confidence level-wise? 4 wins in a row, a big win against Moses Lake here on senior night with the games that are to come.
It's just good momentum because we dropped those 3 games in a row, and these guys started it. So just coming out and, beating these guys, because we obviously took that loss, like, deep down, So just building momentum going into the playoffs is big, because then you're just carrying those. I mean, we scored 7 tonight, so just, going in thinking that we're going to get 7 in the next game and 7 in the next game, just keep pushing for more goals and more wins.
All right. Thank you very much. Where's my camera? Right over there. All right. That was Anythony Garcia, Chani Vega, and what was your name again? Coach Stronson of the Wenatchee Panthers. We're going to take a quick break and we'll wrap this one up. This is NCWLIFE Channel. Don't go away. All right, folks, it's a wrap for this one. Wenatchee takes this one by a score of 7-1 over the Moses Lake Mavericks. I'm Sebastian Moraga. This is Matt Wisen. And Matt, like we talked during the broadcast, Wenatchee seems to be heating up at just the right time.
Yeah, chemistry takes a while. Finding their shape has been a big challenge this year. Now you see they're having support out throughout the field, which helps speed up the play. And encourages more movement off the ball. Everything starts clicking once you start doing that or finding that chemistry. And it's like you said, it's the right time. They're getting confidence by game. And this next game, Friday night is going to be huge. And we could really see the next week a great rematch.
Absolutely.
The rubber match, I guess, is what everybody's hoping for.
Yeah, Ali Frazier 3, without a doubt. And speaking of achievements today, Moses Lake, they were able to break up the shutout. A beautiful goal by Mose from about 19, 20 yards out, low to the corner. That speaks to a resilience, that speaks to a toughness of a team that did not give up trying to break up that shutout.
Yeah, that's great character by Moses Lake. They kept fighting. I mean, all right, they could have just given it up and said, whatever, let's just boot the ball out of bounds and play to get onto the bus. But no, I mean, it shows lots of character for them, and they kept going and going, trying to score. That's great. I'm excited for Moses Lake's future. That culture is starting to be established, and it's just good things.
Absolutely. And final score, 7 for Wenatchee, 1 for Moses Lake. On behalf of everyone involved, I'm Sebastian Moraga. This fine gentleman here is Matt Wisen. We thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching tonight's live coverage of local high school sports on the NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station. Tonight's broadcast has been brought to you by Abby's Pizza, Biosports Physical Therapy, Clean Connection, Coldwell Banker Cascade, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, and Together for Youth. This has been a special presentation of NCWLIFE Channel Sports. We now return you to normal programming already in progress.